joined, my name is Robert Kawalya. I want to take you through this introductory part for our training session. So we are going to understand what is Oracle. This training or this training program is purely practical, but you need to understand the foundation of data, the foundation of the Oracle, the foundation of SQL for you to be able to go to the next step. So tomorrow we shall have we shall have our first touch to the software. And today maybe at the end we shall have that such that people are familiar with the environment that we shall be using. So friends, as I said, this is brought to you by TechLift Academy. Yeah. So someone could be asking him or herself that what is data? Okay. Data is simply a collection of distinct small units of information. It can be used in a variety of forms like text, numbers, media, bytes, among many others. Yes, data can be stored on a piece of a paper or in an electronic memory. So data can be stored on different forms. So you can find some organizations, they have books, a lot of books where they keep their records. When you come, they register in a book, or some have computers. That is the electronic memory. Yes, data can be anything like your name, maybe Robert, can be weight of something, name of food that you eat, the car name, a motorbike name you use, your date of birth, your house number, your bank balance, your ticket reservation, your photograph, your school name, your gender, among many others. That is data. That is data for you. Nothing complicated about that. Okay? So, data can be stored in an electronic memory. So, usually, most of the application that we are seeing out there, be it WhatsApp, being TikTok, if you have a TikTok account, you wake up one day, there's nothing. That means there's a problem with the data or the database itself. There's no dynamic application that is working without a database. Even your phone, you wake up and you don't find anything, maybe your pictures. Okay, that means there is a problem with a database. So what is a database? A database is an organized collection of data so that it can be easily accessed and managed. It is a place where data is organized into tables, rows, columns, and an index to make it easier to find relevant information. So an index, these are identifiers. They can be foreign keys, they can be primary keys. We shall understand that in terms of storing data. So data, maybe it's a manual way of keeping it or a computerized way, we usually use tables to store data. So we shall understand that, even whenever you're using an electronic thing, you can draw some tables or you can create some tables and store your information. Maybe your name, your student number, your employee ID, your employee name, what. So data is stored in a table. And a table is simply a combination of rows and columns. So you need to understand that. What is a column? What is a row? So I don't know if I can show you my camera. So if I can turn on my camera to show you what a row is, but up, that is a column. Then where data is, where the field names are, that is what we call a column. And that information is stored in what we call rows, which are going horizontally, then vertically. Those are columns in simple terms, but we shall understand that practically. So why do people use databases? Why use database? Why use a database to store your information? A database is used for several important reasons: storing data and accessing data in an organized way, updating or modifying. There's an employee who has left the organization, so you want to put, or you want to update that. You want to change the employee's name. You want to change your student name. You can update, you can always modify data through a database. You can delete or remove data from the database, and providing security through use of passwords. Yeah. There's a lot of authentication methods in our phones. Most of us, we use PIN, we use Face IDs, we use passwords, we use patterns to protect our information. So providing security through a database, and also sharing data, maintaining data accuracy, because we can be able to filter results, we can be able to sort or remove errors from the data. We can also we can be able to enforce standard rules. Let's say you want to maybe each employee to have the employee ID as an identifier. Those are foreign keys. So those are primary keys. Then there's some relationship in the data in the tables. So there you can have foreign keys. So we should understand that background. Okay. And then also it reduces data redundancy. It prevents the data from being stored in multiple places. So you can find someone, let's say it's a book, uh, but you can find yourself that, oh, uh, you can find yourself like you create this, you create that, in a book. This page is done, you go to another page. So the database can reduce that redundancy on your data. So like such that you can have it in an organized way. Okay. So, friends, that is about importances of having a database for your organization. And data, or there are numerous, sorry. So I was saying that there are numerous database management systems that people are using today. Okay. So you can be able to, there's ARA, there's Oracle, there's a lot of things. But a database management system is a software that allows users to define, create, maintain, and control access to a database. It acts as an interface between the user and the database, providing a way to interact with the data without needing to know its physical location. So most of without a database management system, let's say you're using MySQL, you're using Oracle, or among many others, it ensures data integrity, security, and consistent access. This is one of the importance of having a database management system. Okay, so there are different roles for a person working with a database. There are people which we call DBAs. You find someone is called a DBA, database administrator. Maybe you can just note this. Who is a database administrator? It's just that person responsible for the maintenance and management of a database. Yes, the primary role of this person is to ensure that the database is up and running 24/7. Let's say MTN, I'm sorry to use the company like MTN, the DBA of that company, he must ensure that there's optimal performance for database. It's up. People are not complaining. Otherwise, the company can lose millions and millions of money in just seconds because of failure of the database. People want to send money, but the system is denying. So it's the work of the DBA to understand and be responsible for the maintenance and management of a database. So now, why are you here? We want to learn data analysis. This is the major the major aim for this training. This is why TechLift Academy has brought you this training. We want to become a data analyst. But who is a data analyst? Is a professional who collects, processes, and analyzes raw data to help organizations make informed business decisions. You understand that in some organizations, we always want to know who got who got something or who didn't get something. Eh? So we want to know that. Let's say you have given out commission to some employees. So you want to find out who didn't get commission. Then who got commission below 20%. So a data analyst or data analysts, they act as a bridge between complex data and the stakeholders who need to understand. Because you can find an organization which has a lot of people. Yeah, which has a lot of people. So there's someone who is saying that she has just joined. Please, you have not missed a lot. The notes will be shared. Okay, so we all want to be data analysts. That's why we are here, friends. That's why we want to bring this training for you. I said a data analyst is a professional who collects, processes, and analyzes raw data. Because you can find an organization like UNEP or URA, they have millions and millions of raw data, but they want to make informed decisions. They will need to call that person. Okay? They will need to call that person who can really interpret, come up with reports. Okay? So there are some roles of data analysts that we have been able to get for you. A data analyst is responsible for gathering data, cleaning, analyzing. Okay? They can use a variety of tools. Some they can even be called programming languages like SQL. They query or they get results or they fetch data. They query, they sort, maybe ascending, descending, or any order. They filter data to identify the trends, patterns, abnormalities, among many others. So they must present that information to their stakeholders, maybe the board, in form of reports, charts, dashboards, to present complex information. So friends, as you who is on the call today, this is your role as a data, or these are your roles as a data analyst. And where we are going to put much emphasis for this training is to understand the SQL. How can we query? Query, it means you want to get the employee names. What can you do if you want to do that? You want to do this and this. You want to sort out results. You want to filter. You want to get to know the maximum salary for an employee. You want to know the lowest. You want to know if there is a mistake in the email addresses of people. You want to fix it. You want to do that. So these are some of the roles of a data analyst. Okay. Yes. So friends, data analysis and interpretation is very important. As I said, we shall learn how to query data. Yes, we shall learn how to use SQL to select, and we shall learn different keywords that we shall be able to use. In case we need to join some tables, we shall be able to do so. Yeah. So there are numerous database management systems today. We have Oracle database. This is a widely used enterprise management system for data. So friends, you have a privilege that you're going to learn something that is widely used. That means if you're looking up to your career, you can incorporate Oracle database in your career. MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, among many others, MariaDB, MongoDB. So you learning Oracle, it is going to give you an upper hand in your journey. Okay. Yeah. So those who have issues, please, it's okay. We shall try to solve them. Then, uh, this is the introduction to Oracle. We are going to learn Oracle and SQL. Oracle, it's a powerful relational database management system. When you learn it, you can work in any organization. Most of these organizations use Excel, but most of them use Oracle. And you as a person, you cannot communicate directly to the database. So you will use what you call the SQL, the structured query language. Doesn't understand your proper English, your good English, your Uganda, your Soga. It understands its language. So we shall need to learn how to use this SQL or the structured query language. Structured, it means it follows a certain process that you must go through. This will help us in storing, managing, and retrieving data efficiently. So, what is Oracle? I will not go through this, but it was developed by Oracle Corporation, widely used in banking, telecommunication, e-commerce, enterprise systems, among many others, because of its scalability, reliability, and security purposes. So, features of Oracle database supports large scale applications, provides data security and backup mechanisms, high availability with disaster recovery solutions. So we don't need to understand this, but you just have to appreciate what you are going to learn. Our emphasis, we are going to learn SQL. Whether you want or not, we shall force you to learn. Yeah, but I'm just joking. SQL, it's a structured query language. It is used by the most of the databases that we have today. Oracle uses the SQL. MySQL uses also SQL. SQL Server also uses SQL. Postgre uses also SQL. So these are the most powerful relational database management systems that people are using today. Okay, so we need to understand the different keywords or the different commands. We shall learn how to create tables, insert data, selecting, that is for retrieving information, updating, deleting practically. So SQL, I said, we like the database users, we cannot communicate to the Oracle software. We need its language that which it understands, and that is SQL. So we shall learn different SQL commands or SQL commands. So you hear me saying SQL, SQL, among many others. Yes. So that's it. I want to thank you so much for listening to me. We are going to break out for 10 minutes and we come back for the closing. We shall just get to know how the software looks like. And tomorrow we shall start the real thing or the real doing of the work. So friends, stay tuned. We're going to just break for 10 minutes and then come back. You can do something. You can keep that question with you. If you have a question, please just keep it. We're going to break out for 10 minutes and then we shall come back. We shall use the same link that is in the group. Yeah, we shall come back for just 20 minutes to just summarize our training session. But I want to thank you all for listening to me. My name is Robert Kawalya.